Okay, we're good.
Hey, everybody. Are you frozen?
No, I was reading something in
Hey, it is.
Tasmania. I don't know. I was reading comments.
It's a kookaburra.
Huh?
That's what it says. It's kookaburra.
Maybe. I don't know what that means.
Well,
Sure,
hey,
what that
y'all.
is?
They're all here. You're not.
No, I'm not here. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Zoe's still adjusting.
I'm
So
going to. My hair's still wet. I just took a
give her a
shower.
minute to keep adjusting.
I'll keep doing it.
Lori just said sup. She's here on time though.
She says capybara something. Scrolling.
Oh golly. You just skipped like 50
Capybara is what I want. Yes.
Well, you got a shirt.
I did.
For that. You sent that to Lori and Cassie, didn't you?
Well, I sent it to Lori. I hadn't sent it to
Oh,
Cassie.
so you left Cassie out.
I did.
Oh, we'll have to make sure she knows that. That you thought of sending it to Lori, but you didn't even send it to Cassie.
Well, I can't
Tell
have
them what you did.
I can't have a capybara IRL in real life. So
Is that what that means?
IRL is in real life.
I see people put that on comments and stuff, and I never knew what it meant. See? You mean I got a text and not Cassie? Apparently.
And so, since I can't have one, I got a shirt with a capybara on it.
But you can't tell how you got it because
No.
that's in a video.
Yeah. A kookaburra, as in cook. Oh. A kookaburra is a cook. Well, how about that?
Or is that just how she's saying to pronounce it?
Cook. Kookaburra. Oh, kookaburra.
Maybe she's just telling you how
not
to
like
pronounce
kooky, but cookie. Kookaburra.
Yeah. But I still don't. It's an Australian bird.
Yeah, yeah. There's a song, Kookaburra sitting in the old gum tree. Mary, 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 Mary.
Where do you come up with this stuff?
It really is. Kookaburra sitting in the old gum tree.
I have never heard of it. Lorraine says no.
Yeah, I didn't mean like I was wrong.
She said no.
That's okay.
Maybe she's saying no to your singing.
No, she's saying no as in to cook, like a cook.
No, she's saying you started singing and she screamed no. No, Zoe, stop singing.
No.
Yeah.
Eating all the gumdrops he can see.
See, somebody else has heard that song.
Kookaburra, stop.
Where is that? Where does this stuff come from?
In my brain?
Well, you're not making it up.
See?
Oh, Mary Beth is telling you about a capybara. Believe me, they know what those are. They're trying to buy them at the
Mary King of the Bush
auction.
is he. See?
I don't have to be here for this. Y'all can just do sing along.
She said not as in cook. That is how you pronounce it. See,
Kayla knows the songs. Where do y'all get these songs?
I just remember them.
Yeah, but where do they come from?
I used to watch that guy that played the guitar. What was his name? Alfie?
I don't know who you're talking about.
He'd sit and sing all the songs on his guitar.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Kookaburra laugh. Yeah, see? Somebody's going to keep giving me all the words and we're going to make it all the way through. It's a song, Zoe. I know that song. We sang it when I was in grade school. I'm 72 years old. Nick was absent that day.
Pam said, I haven't heard that since I was little. Well,
Lorraine said it's an Australian song.
I've never heard it. I had no idea what any of that was.
Mental note, play it for Nick in just a few minutes.
But it's pretty often that somebody says something and there is a song that you know from, and I don't guess I watched sing-alongs.
Well, we had to. It was part of school.
Dion Warwick, did I say a little prayer for you?
She's probably saying, I said a little prayer for you.
What?
A capybara and a kookaburra are two different animals.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, that's two different conversations.
Yeah, that was just a Zoe and Lori side note there.
See, everybody heard it.
Mary Beth, the little rodent looking the little rodent looking thing that they're talking about. Zoe, they were trying to talk Zoe into buying one at the auction. So, she's saying Dionne Warwick recorded it. Huh? Oh. Stephanie McKee ain't heard that song either.
Kookaburra song.
Zoe, why have we got to play it on here?
Because everybody needs to hear it.
They've all heard it, except for me and Stephanie.
Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Mary, Mary, king of the bush is he. Laugh, Kookaburra, laugh. Kookaburra, gay your life must be.
They are not doing all those hand signals you're doing. It's just a bird sitting there, and you're doing all sorts of hand signals with it.
In the old gum tree, eating all the gumdrops he can see. Stop.
Neil said Happy Easter. You got your holidays all mixed up, Neil.
See? Nick's gonna talk till I stop.
Yeah, I'm trying. She's saying that Dionne Warwick recorded I Say a Little Prayer for You.
Dionne Warwick is
I know who that is.
Okay.
But where did the song I Say a Little Prayer for You come from?
Maybe that's what she's telling you.
Hey, Kevin. I have seen Kevin popping up on lives everywhere.
Maybe you got him a little time off.
Maybe.
Keep New Orleans in your prayers.
Yeah, that's been a terrible thing going on. Welcome to the Zoe Nursery Show. That's about right. The Zoe sing-alongs.
Tom said he too has not heard it, but I learned it in grade.
See, there are at least a few other people that have not heard it. And Kevin, I'm glad you missed Zoe's sing-along time. He might have heard it though, because they had the daycare thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They might have done the little sing-alongs.
Lorraine said, what happened in New Orleans?
So far, Lorraine, they're saying they think it might have been a terrorist attack, but it was someone drove into a crowd, and they were supposed to have had the Sugar Bowl game tonight, and they have postponed it until tomorrow night.
There's been 15 fatalities and 35 people
I don't know the
injured.
numbers.
The numbers are changing. Yes, it was an act of terrorism for sure. They found all kind of things in the Airbnb he had.
Oh, really? I have not seen that, but
and they were supposed to have the Sugar Bowl there, and they postponed it out of respect.
There was another event today. They talked about a Cybertruck exploded in front of the Trump Tower or something in Las Vegas. I haven't seen many details of it. I try to avoid the news.
Yeah, that's what Paula's saying. The facts are coming out that Trump Tower, Las Vegas, probably was a terrorist.
I try to avoid the news. I was trying to watch a little bit of football this morning, and that game looked like it was well in hand for Texas, so we left and went to work at the farm. And Jason from Cog Hill starts texting me updates, and I was like, what's going on? Because Nico was deathly silent.
Oh, no.
I texted Nico after the first start out of the Texas game, and I know he was on cloud nine because they were just running away with it.
Yeah.
But things changed. Now, what did Jacob say? Now all we need is the Eddies to go live on Friday. Then we'll have the Walkers and the Chestnut Hill live. Tomorrow's Grounds live. And round it out with the Eddies. Well, Jacob's just laid out everybody's schedule. Burt Bacharach wrote "Say a Little Prayer" probably back in the '60s, and Dionne Warwick's. I don't know where that song came from though. People were talking about that song, and I missed something.
The truck was packed with firearms and explosives.
Hmm. Yeah, Nita don't watch the news either. If I watch anything on regular TV, it's just to watch football. Zoe and I have a couple of shows that we watch through streaming apps, and other than that, I just watch YouTube, or I don't watch anything at all. I'm behind on YouTube. I was trying to watch what was going on with Kevin and Kimberly's house, but I kept getting interrupted for that, so I still ain't finished that video.
The daughter's farm dogs never leave the property. They dug a pond and left the dirt 100 feet from the hole. There's one guardian dog's playing in the pile. Luna the dog ended up getting parvo.
Oh, gosh. Pam's been watching all day for Sadie updates. I saw where they were at. They were live out looking for her, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And they had, which one was already missing, and then one took off from the fireworks, and
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up what all had happened. Only news I watch is the weather. We're supposed to get 16 inches of snow Sunday evening.
Oh, my.
16 inches of snow. Stephanie, where are you located? AKA Farm
Yeah.
Girl. I need to know where that is and to not go there.
Nope, I'm not going there.
I don't have anything but free to air TV, so I mostly watch YouTube. Lorraine, I don't blame you. Indiana is going to get, holy cow, Stephanie. I agree with you, Lana. That's exactly what I said. Holy cow.
Oh, I thumbs up by scratching my neck.
You're going to have to stop fidgeting. You're doing all kind of weird stuff on the
Akers
screen.
said, do you watch Landman?
Absolutely. We watch it after Rhett goes to bed because the language is a little rough, but I am fascinated by that show.
Christine.
I know that most of it is inaccurate, but it's still funny to me.
Christine said the kookaburra bird laughs. That's where that song comes from.
Oh. I don't watch TV anymore either. The only TV I have is old picture tube TV, and it's only used for DVDs when the grandkids are over.
Yep.
And Lori's just on the phone.
But she's here.
But that is saying I'm on the phone, I'm ignoring you.
She's saying I'm multitasking for you.
Linda said we seen all that news on, I guess that's on YouTube. We don't have regular TV.
Yeah. Well, I usually watch the news in the morning when I'm getting ready, but that's about it.
Ed said 80 days until the Okie Expo.
We are ready.
We binged Landman the last 2 nights. It's addictive.
We love that show. That's one of the shows we watch when the kids are gone to bed because, as you know, it's not kid friendly.
No, it's not.
So
but I do enjoy watching it.
It's a good show.
It was kind of like Yellowstone. You didn't need to watch it with the kids in here, but
yeah,
I was addicted to the show. I really enjoyed the show. But
now, if you have Paramount Plus app, I have really enjoyed watching the Matlock series.
Zoe has been watching that. Naturally, she
kid-friendly.
hasn't seen most of it because when we turn something on when the kids go to bed, Zoe goes to bed too.
Well, there's Cliff. Hey, Cliff.
I haven't seen Cliff in a while. As soon as we turn on the show, Zoe does this. Do you realize that the episode of Matlock we watched last night was the last one, right?
No.
Yeah, you didn't see any of it, but
Like, there's no more?
there was the last one that was on there.
Oh. Well, it's a really good show. Say a Little Prayer was intended to convey a woman's concern for her man who is serving in the Vietnam War, according to the lyricist Hal David. Okay. So they're not really connected, I don't think.
I just didn't know where the discussion of that song came from.
Susan Fowler has enjoyed the Matlock series too.
Ready for the new one to come out.
Uh-huh. Amazon Prime has free TV shows streaming with some old shows like Family Affair, Hogan's Heroes, Kojak, etc.
Zoe doesn't know any of those
I
shows.
sure do
Those were
not.
all before her time. I do.
I've heard of Family Affair, but I've never seen it.
I used to watch Hogan's Heroes and Kojak. Kojak had a haircut like mine,
Oh,
and he always had a sucker.
okay. I mean, I go old school. I like Andy Griffith, and I like. What's some of those I like to watch?
I don't know. You always go to sleep. You don't actually watch anything.
Quit telling them that. They're tired of hearing you
It's
say
true.
it over and over again.
It's true. You don't actually watch anything.
Okay.
Are y'all eating the typical New Year's stuff? So Zoe found a really good way to put everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's a little bit different than the versions we've had before.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them what you're making.
I'm gonna make turnip green soup, or AKA swamp soup.
But yours has a lot of other stuff in it that has never been in it when we ate it previously.
It has
Like corn and stuff was not been in there.
or tomatoes.
And I saw a recipe today, matter of fact, a few minutes ago, that called it New Year's soup. And it had the corn and stuff in it. Is it different? That's what I want to know. Is it different?
Well, if it don't have the same things, it'd be different. What do you need?
I can't see my video
Why?
because the thing.
Okay, well, sit on the big bed.
We got to do where we mute this thing when the kids come in here sometimes.
That's fine. He's watching TV.
No, he was fine that time.
But
He can't see it from his bed.
turnip green soup is also considered swamp soup. So the base swamp soup. So the base of it is greens, and chicken broth, and it's got some smoked sausage, black-eyed peas, northern beans.
You saying pintos again? Why are you hung up on pintos? You were calling them that in the grocery store.
I don't know.
Why are you so hung up on pinto beans, Ricky?
Maybe I want some.
I don't know that you've ever been that big of a fan of pinto
I'm
beans.
not.
Well, you keep calling the black-eyed peas
Maybe
pinto
I need
beans.
to eat a bite of them and I'll quit saying it.
Zoe called me from the grocery store and was talking about pinto beans. I was like, what has pinto beans got to do? I mean black-eyed peas. Well, why do you keep calling them pinto beans?
I have no idea. But it's got turnip greens and collard greens in it.
Well, our version does.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be turnip green soup with collard greens on it.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I like both. And so
Yeah, I like both too.
we're doing both. And it's got a can of tomatoes, a can of corn.
I've never had a version with corn. I didn't get that one.
I don't know.
But I did see a recipe with corn today, and it was called New Year's soup. But it was really similar to
I guess it's
Susan said a bean is a bean. That's
Right.
not true.
Yeah, it
And
is.
black-eyed peas are not a bean. It's a pea.
It's still all the same. They're all vegetables. Black-eyed peas, ham, fried potatoes was what they ate. That sounds delicious. MC says, swamp soup, I'll stay in the hills and eat ribs and sauerkraut. Ooh, we could have
The
done
ribs and sauerkraut go together.
White chicken chili with corn.
Did
Everybody else's sounds better than ours.
you all getting better? Yes, to some extent.
Oh,
What?
how do we do that? He hid somebody.
What?
Hold on.
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know how. Her?
Yeah.
No. I don't know how.
I think she's fine.
It's there. I think it's
it's fine.
there.
Did Rhett stay up for New Year's?
No. Rhett fell asleep about 10:30.
Something like that. Did I'll have to ask you about that later. Cause we had
Text him
another
and
we
ask
had
him
another
how.
reel.
Black eyed peas, turnip greens, and cornbread. I'm gonna do some cornbread too, naturally, to soak up all that yummy juice. Growing up, I only ate baked beans since I eat almost any, but since I eat only any I eat any kind of beans. Cliff said he tried to have his black eyed peas in the hospital today, and they told him no, so he got his son to bring him some. Boss Mama says grilled cheese sandwich and a cup of chicken broth. Everybody sounds good. Everybody's eating good today. Little smoky sausages, chilled steamed shrimp. Ooh, she ate some peel shrimp, fried pork rinds, and her mom's spinach dip. Meg ate the good stuff. What's the difference in peas and beans? They do grow. What is pot liquor?
Huh?
Laura, I mean, Yolanda said pot liquor.
I thought pot liquor was when you're cooking the greens.
Maybe it's the stuff we're soaking up. Yeah, Loma, we're talking about food again. Today's a food day. Hash brown casserole, cornbread, fried cabbage. Everybody's eating so good.
So you keep working on that. I got something to handle here.
I'm trying to.
Just go.
Well, I'm just.
Keep going. I'm working on
It's
something
the
here.
soup and the greens. The difference between peas and beans, the spelling, Neil said.
The spelling is the only difference.
Pot liquor is the juice. The juice that the cornbread sops up, right?
Yeah.
Black eyed peas, collard greens, cornbread, and pork loin. See? There. There we go. Got it.
Got it. I got what I
Pinto
needed
beans,
to do.
cornbread, cube steak. We haven't had cube steak in a long time.
We have not had cube steak in a long time. Why is that?
I don't know.
Reckon.
Because we ain't had any in the freezer. Rich, salty liquid left over after cooking greens and or beans.
Yeah. I thought that was, well, I didn't know it was for beans. I did it for, we called it pot liquor for the greens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, tag that. Put that on screen. Put that on screen.
Well, I got it now. I fixed it.
Well, now that, just so it shows. Okay. Cube steak costs too much to buy.
Well, we had plenty of cube steak from where we bought our quarter cow from Cow Feast. I don't know if we buy cube steak except for that.
I have not.
But
that's why I haven't. Maybe because it was costly.
Sometimes I have some of my deer cubed.
What is Hoppin' John?
That is exactly what you Googled yesterday.
It's black eyed peas with jalapenos, tomatoes.
That's what you looked up yesterday.
Maybe. But she ate it with ketchup.
And I think different people call different combinations Hoppin' John.
Yeah.
Because I didn't remember having jalapenos in it.
Yeah, cube steak used to be the cheap stuff.
Well, there is no such thing as cheap
rice
anything
and Hoppin' John.
Beef now.
Mm-mm.
Any beef is expensive. It doesn't matter. There's not really any cheap ones or inexpensive ones. So it used to be the cheap stuff, but
we ate it a lot growing up. I didn't think it was because it was cheap. I just thought my family liked to eat it.
Lorraine said I would be lost if I came to America. I wouldn't recognize anything on the plate. Meat is expensive unless you get it from a processor now. That is a fact. And should coming up about March, it'll be time to get another quarter. And
Mhm.
if you're wanting to go carnivore, we may as well go and get a half from
I don't
Kathy's
want to
this
wait
time.
till March though.
Well, I
I
don't
got
know
to.
when they have processing dates. I have to find
I
out.
got to fit in my blue jeans.
I just
again
know it was
before
always
then.
March when we got them.
Anita said that's how I made my black eyed peas was Hoppin' John.
Pam said I eat a lot of poultry and it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pam, there's a reason for that because it's expensive to raise.
Yes.
If you're going, well, let me say this: if you're going to have decent poultry, it's expensive to raise.
Yeah,
And the stuff you buy in the grocery stores, it's just expensive. It's not that expensive to raise.
Right, just
But it is more.
growing
There's
our own,
Miss Sue.
growing our own chicken. We barely broke even selling it to the community because we didn't want to charge an arm and a leg, but we were paying out an arm and a leg to do it. So we just had to basically break even or make just $1 or $2 to just to keep it reasonable because we want to be able to provide. We want people to want our stuff because it's better than the stuff you buy in the store. But goodness, it's expensive. I have on a blanket and everything.
I know. I was just watching.
I had to untangle for a second.
Daph's in the same boat as Lorraine. I have no idea about half the food you're talking about. I'm presuming your cube steak is what we call stewing steak for stews and casseroles.
Okay, so it's not.
You can get stew meat.
It's not gonna
separate.
Yes. We can't both say it. I was trying. You're
go
better
ahead.
about it. Though.
No, go ahead.
Well, stew meat is like little cut up chunks, and cube steak. See, I don't know. You'll have to tell that.
Cubing is a process. Like we used to have a cuber for our deer meat, and it's basically just tenderizing it. It's a roller that you run it through. It tenderizes it, and they call it cubing because the little roller, that's what it's got on its cubes.
Yeah.
But it's
cubed steak.
You're running a tougher cut of steak through there, and it helps tenderize it.
Lori said it's a tenderized round steak.
Yeah, it's a tougher cut of steak that you're helping tenderize.
Yeah, when you buy it, you typically see it with a lot of bunch of holes.
Yeah, the roller that you run through has cubes on it, and it's just. It is what it is, but we do.
Well, it's kind of like somebody that took
Look at Jones Christie. She's throwing out some stats. Y'all better get it together.
Taking one of them tenderizing hammers. Yeah, there we go. And you hammer on it and you buy it and it already looks like that. See, Lorraine said you can buy a tenderizing hammer.
You can. We used to have them when I was younger. It was
metal. Yeah.
It had a metal end on a wooden hammer, and it was cubed like the cube thing. The other end was wooden and had like a triangular.
Mine was all metal though.
But yeah, you could. We love cube steaks. Also do pork cutlets, which is basically the same as a cube steak but pork. Yeah, absolutely.
Like a tenderloin, cut up, sliced up.
So I saw what somebody said, the round steak, which is a tougher cut steak. I saw somebody say sirloin. What we always run through was the deer backstrap, tenderloin.
I don't know.
We would cut it in straight. That's what we ran through the cuber. You could also run some of the shoulder steaks through a cuber. A bunch of holes. Well, I like that description, Zoe. Well, that was a Zoeism.
Yeah.
Cabbage, black-eyed peas cooked in bacon.
I want somebody to make me that.
Anything cooked in bacon.
I want some cabbage.
Zoe.
Yes.
Bobby Powell had the typical hog jam, black-eyed peas and collard greens, crackling bread.
I'm wondering if that's like cornbread.
Is that crackling cornbread or just a type of bread? Because Zoe used to make crackling cornbread for me, and I love it.
So we ran backstrap and cooked them as chicken fried steak.
Heck yeah. Absolutely. Every time.
Christy said they have a spring-loaded tenderizer with a bunch of little blades that are amazing.
Oh, that sounds like
fancy.
That would work. She said, "Hey, Walker." Oh, there she is. There's Cassie. I didn't even see Walker Farm Van pop up there till I saw Londa say hello.
I'm so proud of them for sticking. I'm so proud of him for sticking to 5 years.
What do you mean you're so proud of him?
He's done such a good job keeping that thing going while she's so busy. But you know,
I'm waiting for her response to you. Oh,
But-
Bobby said it was crackling cornbread.
Oh yeah.
Where's my crackling cornbread?
You have to find some cracklings. I don't eat
We
cracklings.
quit finding the good cracklings, didn't we?
Look, she said Zoe. I watched their first video and I was like, look at Cassie. She did that thing with that video.
I was trying to watch the ball game and she said, look, it's their first video. And I kind of turned around and I'm like, and this is the truth. Cassie already sounded kind of comfortable on camera.
She did.
She didn't sound like an idiot like the rest of us.
They said they said their name and Gary kind of looked shy. He was like, I'm Gary. And then Cassie went on about it and she did the thing on there and I was like, look, she already knew. And you know how long their first video was? 17 minutes. Tell them how long our first video was.
Like less than 3?
Our video was 3 minutes and it was all pictures.
It was a slideshow and we didn't say a word.
Oh, she said it's because she's been doing Instagram for years.
Oh! I was going to say, she sure was comfortable.
Routine.
But I was like, she sounds really comfortable on camera and the rest of us sound like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah,
first video. Our first video didn't even have any words. We didn't say nothing.
Nope.
We did a slideshow with subtitles.
We did a slideshow of processing chickens with subtitles.
We
wanted to get hammered off the bat.
Yeah, we started off for people to hammer us.
It took Gary a while to get comfortable. Yeah, Ransom was tiny.
Stephanie wants to know what's the best way to cook black-eyed peas.
In broth or like bone broth, vegetable broth, chicken broth.
Or do you just boil them?
I cook them like you have to cook them long and slow unless if you're doing them like dried beans.
What is crackling cornbread? Never heard of it. Would like to try some.
Ooh.
So Shannon, I'm gonna tell you a story about crackling cornbread. I don't know how it came about, but y'all have heard me talk about Zoe didn't know how to do real cornbread when we first met. So I taught her how my grandmother did it. And Zoe got really, really good at cornbread. Well, the next thing I know, she has made this pan of crackling cornbread. And it is all the same recipe except you add cracklings into the batter. Cracklings that she just got from the grocery store. And it was amazing. And I texted my dad and I said, where has crackling cornbread been all my life? And he said, I don't know. I grew up on it.
Yep.
Well, why am I 40 years old before I find out about it? It's basically cornbread with bacon in it.
Yeah, hard pieces of bacon.
But they're not hard.
They are.
The ones you got wasn't, and that's what made it so good.
Oh.
You remember the time we got the hard cracklings, it wasn't good.
Lorraine said you can buy cracklings.
Yes. We used to do a lot of videos on Instagram and stories. I basically did YouTube in 30-second stories.
That's why she's comfortable doing them Facebook stories.
Yeah.
I don't ever have enough to say to make one of them.
When my grandma made crackling cornbread, it had crisp bacon in it.
Oh, that would be even better. I could do that. I could crisp up some bacon.
So Zoe had this one brand of cracklings that she could find, and they were more fatty. So when you put it in the cornbread batter, they didn't get hard. And that, oh my gosh, it was awesome.
Yeah, Christy said some of the cracklings will chip a tooth.
Yeah, you can't use those.
You'd have to look for them around the meat aisle, like the meat boot. What are they called? The coolers where your meats are.
The meat department.
Yeah,
meat counter.
Meat counter, meat department.
Butcher.
You might even have to ask them because it's not going to be like a whole display of them for the most part. It would be just a little area. And just kind of feel of them and see, find the softer ones.
Lorraine said, y'all need to do a video in the grocery store. See the difference to our supermarket.
Whoa, I would like to do
I've
that.
got a feeling that it's not going to be that much different, Lorraine. You're probably going to see some products that are not the same or different. But I got a feeling it's going to be set up very similar.
You know, if she would
And we probably just call it different things.
If she would send me an email with like some of their well-known dishes and what's in it, I could show them what it would be like here.
That would be good.
What it would be. Ooh, Ed said he could bring some good cracklings.
We had some good cracklings that we cooked down when Zoe was rendering lard, but they're all gone because we eat them as soon as they're done.
Is that Lorraine from Massachusetts? No.
No, Cassie, that Lorraine is from Tasmania.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah, I don't know. That's about as foreign to me as Massachusetts is. I know nothing about. You know, I take that back. I flew into Boston one time, never even left the airport, but I have been there.
She said, I only send silly memes, not emails.
She has sent an email.
You'll have to send me an email and tell me some of the dishes y'all make there. What their, like maybe 2 or 3 and what the ingredients are. And then I'll go and compare them.
Was it Jody that sent us the Vegemite? Was it Jody? I haven't seen Jody on here in a while. Jody was from Australia, and I think she's the one that sent us the Vegemite that time. I had heard how bad regular was. This was like pizza flavored Vegemite. It was doable. I read reviews that said to smear it on toast very, very thin. And when I did that, it was not bad. I won't say it was good. It was not something I'd eat every day. But I think that product was developed out of necessity.
I think so too. I think so too, Cassie. Sarah said, yep, you have weird names for things.
It was Cassie. Cassie and Gary did a review on it live, didn't they?
She's like, what are you talking about, Nick?
Who?
Sarah. She said, yep, you have weird names for things. Sometimes I'm like, what are you talking about, Nick?
Oh, no doubt, Sarah. I know. I know people in other parts of the country are lost.
Mr. Jim said, don't laugh too hard, but I wanted some crackling cornbread once and didn't have any crackling, so I smashed up some pork rinds and put it in the batter.
I think it would work fine.
Great.
I think that would work out fine, Mr. Jim.
Ryan said Jody works, and I think the time change made it the wrong time frame. That makes a lot of sense.
Might do it, but I hadn't even seen Jody in comments or anything lately. I need to see if I can find an old
yeah.
Every once in a while, when I realize somebody hadn't been on, I try to find an email or something and reach out.
Name that song. You know that song.
What?
He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
I do know that song.
What is it?
Oh, God. I don't know the name of it. I can hear it in my head.
Yes, lots of real butter and a tiny smear of Vegemite.
Yeah, there's no CH in there. It's just smear.
It's a smear.
But the little bit on toast wasn't terrible. Was it the Police that sang that song? Was that the name of the group? Men at Work. Okay.
Down Under.
That's right.
You know what I would say it would be like if you took the bouillon jar where it's going to be extremely potent.
Yeah.
And just smeared it on bread.
Daph said, I love regular Vegemite with butter on toast, and it's not spread thinly. Vegemite is Aussie. New Zealand has Marmite, which is even harsher, and I don't like it. This was definitely Vegemite we had, but it was pizza flavored.
Yeah.
And it wasn't terrible, but I had the Reviews I had read said to spread it thinly because, like, we would not have a developed taste for that.
Yeah. It sounds like Red is running laps.
Lorraine said Vegemite is yummy on salty crackers.
I just in my mind, I would be like, this would be the American version, is a jar of bouillon paste.
The pizza one didn't sell well here either.
Spread it thin so you can't taste it.
So when I got that and was trying to find, I was like, okay, how do we eat it? This like this little tiny jar. I was like, how do I even eat this stuff? And I smell it. Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know about this. So the last time I had to acquire a taste for it, I ended up in rehab. Gosh.
Oh, God.
Oh, so I had to look it up, and I wanted to know what it was for and how it was made. And oh my gosh, it's got a history.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was
Joe
like
said we grow up tough here in New Zealand and Australia.
it was like a byproduct from brewing.
Yeah.
And they started selling like the waste product from the breweries.
Oh, yeah.
But it was very nutrient dense.
Yes.
I was like, okay, it's got a reason it's there. Dad said we grow up tough here in New Zealand. Yeah.
Lorraine, not yet. I checked the post office box yesterday. We'll check it again this weekend. Juno said some waste products just need to go away. Yeah.
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 But I mean, it has a purpose, and it was, from my understanding, it was like inexpensive way to get nutrients, and I think it was also had to do with wartime, didn't it? You may not even read it. I don't remember, and Daph or Lorraine may be able to correct me, but I think it had something to do with wartime when it was developed and something, but it actually like disappeared once, and
so
they
it's
brought
like
it back.
compost.
So
Sue
like
says.
No, it's not that bad.
Vegemite has a lot of vitamin D. Well, there's all that stuff. I just started taking a new vitamin that's, what did I tell you?
Beef organs.
Beef organs.
Yes, Sarah, it's from brewing, yeah.
And it took me a lot of reading about it to convince myself, but honestly.
But it's supposed to help with your iron deficiency and everything.
Yes, it's got a lot of benefits, and I'm kind of looking for it. Like, I got up and I was like, I'm going to take this vitamin because it's going to make me feel much better now. So we'll see. I'm excited though. I think beef organs have a lot of that, all those nutrients and vitamins that you need in them, all the iron and what?
Please don't tell her that, Lorraine. Look up the song, I'm a Happy Little Vegemite.
I'll have to look that one up
Just
on my
the
own
title.
time because I don't know.
Just the title was humorous to me.
Janet said, I thought Vegemite was a vegetable slicer.
Oh, yeah, Mary Beth, it is brewer's yeast byproduct.
Yes.
Paula thought pork rinds and cracklings are the same thing.
I think they are to an extent. I think pork rinds
are the hide.
Yes, it's from the same animal.
Cracklings is the meat out of the fat layer.
And they're cooked down all the way with all the fat.
It's what's left after you cook down the lard.
Yeah.
That's where you get cracklings from.
Mm-hmm. Which we have a video where we did that, where we cooked down lard and had cracklings left.
Daph said it's full of vitamins, especially B group, and I didn't know what it was made from. Thank you, Nick. You just Daph, you're from there. You're supposed to know where it's made from.
That's okay. I eat things all the time that I'm
Well,
like, well, we ain't gonna think about
I
it.
needed to know, and
Hey,
y'all, I'm not
Judy.
gonna lie. I knew about Vegemite from the song.
Yeah.
From that song they were just talking about. So I had to look it up. And I had seen videos of people eating that. So I was like, I need to know what it is. What's the
Yeah.
purpose of it? So that's why I looked it up. What about chitlins? Nope. So, do you know, here in Alabama, as backwards as we actually have a county up in North Alabama that has a chitlin festival. And yes, I have been there to the chitlin festival. And some of them are actually decent. The first time you get one that is like chewing a pencil eraser, it is over for you. It's done.
Yeah.
It got bigger and bigger and bigger. The more I chewed it, the bigger it got, and that was it for me. So no more chitlins for me.
Yuck. Steph just checked her jar and it's made from concentrated yeast extract. She's still none the wiser.
It's brewer's yeast. Australians don't really have a normal everyday dish. We have a blend of so many nationalities, so the food reflects that.
But like for us, if I'm gonna make a quick lunch, we might make a sandwich. Like or
Mm.
meatloaf and mashed potatoes is a common dinner.
Juno said I
Companion.
used to live outside of Pensacola. That was my only exposure to chitlins.
Ooh.
And Jones Christie said hard pass. I saw somebody said it was cow guts. The chitlins I had was pig intestine. I asked Nico about chitlins. So I'll go ahead and tell you that the reason that I was so against chitlins is that I had smelled them cooking one time, and I was, no, I'm not eating that. And a buddy talked me into going to this chitlin festival. And you see how they're spelling it correctly, chitterlings,
Yeah.
but we just call them chitlins. But I saw somebody say cow. Mine was pig. And
Good night, Christine.
the ones I had were already fried. And he said, just try it. And it was cut kind of like, what's that appetizer we get sometimes?
Not.
That's the squid. Calamari. It was kind of sliced like calamari and fried. And I tried it and I was like, okay, that's not terrible. And I ate a couple of them with the one that ended it was very, very chewy. And I'm done.
Lorraine, don't. Do not. Do not.
I would not eat chitlins if I was starving. Yeah, Christy knew what I was talking about. Calamari. I stick with Rocky Mountain oysters. I'm not doing those either. Was the chitterling fry better than a Rocky Mountain oyster fry? I had someone talk me into trying the chitlins. That's all I'm gonna say. I've been asked about Rocky Mountain oysters, and I have not been talked into trying those. I would rather get kicked in the face with a golf shoe.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself.
I love menudo made with tripe. And tried smoked cow kidney once, and it was okay.
Faye said, nope, talk to the hand.
A restaurant in my town cooked chitlins about once a week, and the whole town started.
Well, see,
yeah,
for me,
it stinks to cook.
My grandmother used to stink the entire house up cooking cabbage. And my grandfather would sit on the front porch in his swing the entire day.
Well, it's the same smell as when you make Brussels sprouts. That smells like cabbage cooked, and I love them, but it stinks up the house.
Right, so I never ate it because it stunk.
Yeah.
And now I like cabbage.
There's no way you would eat chitlins.
No.
Because it smells like they haven't been washed out.
Nope.
When you're cooking them. And I'm like, ah.
No.
I need to visit the U.S. Just the sound of the food would make for a great weight loss diet. Neil,
You'd be surprised.
Y'all eat beans for breakfast. I don't want to hear it.
I too would eat beans for breakfast
No.
before I ate
Who?
chickens.
No. Pork and bacon? No. I don't want to hear it, Neil. My mom cooked them once when I was growing up, and I would not come back in the house.
Lana said it smells like feet and booty. Oh, gosh.
Kathleen, we're not going to talk about what sausages are wrapped in. But I know what you mean.
Judy said, how do you know what that smells like, Londa?
I don't want to think about the casings on the sausages I like. Mary Beth said I've cooked a lot of mountain oysters when I worked at a restaurant in Missouri, but still will never eat them.
Rhonda said, let's stick to beans and taters. That's right. That's good stuff.
Sarah, I don't even know what that word is.
Suppose if you grew up poor enough, you would eat anything. I reckon. Fortunately, I didn't have to.
Maybe, but there's plenty of parts of the pig for me to not have to eat chitlins. I wanted something sweet last night, so I put a little Debbie cream pie in the microwave for 10 seconds, opened it up, put vanilla ice cream in the middle, and then drizzled caramel sauce on top. That sounds more like a Zoe thing there.
All you needed was a little sprinkle of salt. Ooh, woo. Put me in a nice sleepy coma after that. We ain't had ice cream in a while.
I had an Alabama grandma that would cook anything that couldn't outrun her.
You know, I almost offered up some carrot cakes. You know why? Everybody's on a healthy kick and all I cook is sweet stuff. I was like, I wonder if anybody wants some carrot cake slices.
Ian said he likes pickled pig feet.
I like pickled eggs and pickled sausage. That's it.
I grew up in a town where the local bar always had a gallon jar full of pickled pig's feet. I have people in my family that like them, Ed, but I am not one of them. That's what Nico said when he talking about people not eating chitlins is, you know, that's what's on your sausage. You eat that. Journey, I get it. That's a fact. Lots of rabbits on the menu when I was a kid.
It's a sausage made of internal organs and other parts of the pig, not just the squeal.
Oh. Well, I still don't know how to pronounce it. Did you?
No.
Was you going to try it?
No.
Oh. Wanda loves pig feet, just not pickled. I don't care anything about them, but I do have people in my family that like pickled pig's feet. I didn't join in with that. Wanda likes squirrel. I never cared for squirrel growing up. Rabbit was not so bad, but I never did care for squirrel very much.
I'm not very versed in versatility. Because
Meaning when I met Zoe, she ate hot dogs and chicken nuggets like a youngin'. It's a nitsy. Is that what she said? Is that how you pronounce it?
Nitsy.
Maybe.
Well, my mama didn't do a whole lot of venturing out either, so we ate a lot of the same stuff over and
Well,
over again.
I can cook you some squirrel and let you try it, but
I'm good.
I never did care for it much.
I'm good.
You eat deer though. You like deer.
It's okay.
Zoe, you liked deer.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just okay.
Whatever.
Frog legs is yummy. Duh.
If I didn't tell you it was deer, you would know it was deer. Check it's from a European country that I cannot spell. Oh,
Czechoslovakia.
I knew that.
I didn't say it right.
Zoe.
I didn't even say it right. Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia.
No, that is not what it says.
But that's what she's saying. She said a country that I cannot spell.
But is it Czechoslovakia or Czechoslovakia?
No, the country is Czechoslovakia.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive, 100%.
Okay.
I love pigtails cooked in butter beans. I tried squirrel. Robin said I tried squirrel once and it was good, but with every bite I could see it flicking its tail.
Neil said squirrel comes pre-stuffed with nuts. Me too, Sue. She's sticking with pork, chicken, and beef.
Yeah, but if I didn't tell Zoe it was deer, she wouldn't know the difference. That's a fact. I know that she wouldn't know the difference, but she does like deer. She says it's okay when she knows that it's deer. When she don't know it's deer, it's wonderful. Girl, squirrel is delicious cooked down in gravy.
I might try it with gravy because anything with gravy's good.
I can't eat frog legs without smelling formaldehyde from 5 sides.
Oh, no.
You know, I've never been big on frog legs either. I liked them, and I liked going frog gigging. But then when it come time to eat, it was just,
You
it's
know
okay.
who I think would like frog legs?
Red.
Chance.
Chance would, no doubt.
Chance likes that.
Chance loves crawfish.
He does love crawfish. And Rhett likes crab claws.
Loves crab claws. Eating venison is mind over matter. It's just a preparation. No, it's not greasy.
Frog legs?
Oh, I thought you was talking about. Oh, you were reading a comment from Judah.
Share Bear said can we change the subject, please?
I'm getting grossed out.
Yeah. I don't even know where that came from.
If I smother liver with gravy and a big raw onion, I can eat it. I don't do liver either, really. Zoe does.
Oh. I do want to say, I wonder if anybody saw how beautiful Jason's tail has become. If they watched the video, him shaking his tail feathers at the...
It's getting bigger, ain't it?
It's getting so long, and it is so pretty. We take pictures of him every day because we're like, oh, it looks so cool.
I had to put that part in the video because what it amounted to when we got through with... We ain't even talked about the goat building, and we're almost done. We got a roof on our goat shed, and I turned around and he's spread out and he's dancing. And I'm like, Rhett, is he showing off for you? And when I realized it, he was doing that at the guineas.
Uh-huh.
And the guineas ran right up to him. And then if you watched it, I don't think I cut it out. Right at the end, the guineas turned around and run off.
Uh-huh.
Because he just kept throwing that tail out there and dancing around, and he was stomping.
He was. He looked so cute.
But the guineas finally ran off.
But he is that tail, I guess, once he shed and has come back in, it is hanging off onto the ground and everything. It looks so cool.
Yeah, he's grown out pretty now. He looks
so much like his daddy now, don't he?
Woo. He looks a lot like Scott.
Yeah.
Prayers for my best friend and her family. She lost her mom this morning. Teresa will be sure to include that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what else did we have on the video, Zoe?
Well, we got some deer pictures. It's gonna be time. I still haven't went hunting, so we're gonna try and do that real soon. But we got us some deer pictures out there. We've been putting corn out for the deer, trying to draw them in. And
we did get some decent little bucks on pictures, but I'm going to try to not let Zoe shoot any of those.
Yeah, no.
I don't want her to take the little small bucks if we can help that. And if we're doing it for the freezer, then our does are much more plentiful.
Lorraine wanted to come help me put the roof on. Oh goodness, y'all! I was nervous getting up there, leaning across.
Her husband kept shaking the ladder.
Yeah.
And then I'd smack her on the butt. I left that in the video.
I saw that.
I left it in the video. I popped you on the butt and you started screaming workman's comp.
I saw that and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I figured they'd get a kick out of it if they didn't put me in YouTube jail again for domestic violence or something. I was afraid they would. I just saw a big deer in my yard 5 minutes ago. Julie again is late. You got here, and Steph's little farm just came in. We're almost wrapping up. We were just talking a little bit about the video and let Zoe try to put some deer in the freezer, maybe just not one of our little bucks that we had on there. I like taking pictures of them better than shooting them at this point in my life. I'm just too old and lazy to clean them.
I have deer standing on their back legs licking sunflower seeds out of my feeders. That's cool.
There are deer in the backyard every morning when I go get ready to go to work. They're back there every morning.
Shannon said hunting season is over there today.
Today was last day. Ours runs through February the 10th. So Lori said past her bedtime we need to get off here.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed too, I think. Shut up.
Y'all, I will try to get you the video of it. So Zoe was up at New Year's. Zoe was awake at midnight. But when she tells you Rhett took a nap, I've got to show you how both of those two were asleep. I don't know if I'll put it in the next video, if it's going to be a reel or what, or a short, but they're going to want to see that. You didn't have your mouth open or nothing.
No. I did stay up till 12 and then you went and got in the shower. No.
Yeah.
After. And I was trying to stay awake and I fell asleep.
You said you heard me get out of the shower, and by the time I walked in here, you were asleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, you ready to go lay down? And she said, I heard you get out of the shower. I was like, Zoe, I ain't been out of the shower a minute and a half. I dried off and walked in here.
That's how long
it took. And she said, I heard you get out. And by the time I got in the living room, mouth was open. Lori said, I did get an interesting picture of Zoe in email the other day. Well, it was like that. We got to get off here. We got to go.
You go back to work tomorrow.
I do. Go back to the real world tomorrow.
Well, it's been fun while it lasted. Back to reality.
I'll go to work and get some peace.
I'm telling you. Neil was awake until 6 a.m. seeing the new year in with various YouTube channels.
Yeah, I wasn't on for anything, but we were awake, and there's some video of it. I'm not sure how we're gonna present that yet.
Yeah.
It might be in a short, or it might just be in the long video for Saturday or something.
All right. Well, here's to another year of enjoying our comedy hour.
Ugh.
We'll see y'all Sunday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.